voices, they are here. They are here. The the Mans are in the building. Let me welcome, of course, the great family, David and Tamela Mann. Hello. Hey.
Hello.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Lamont King is here as well. Happy holidays. Of course, Thrive Thursday brought to you by AARP. And you can learn more about how AARP is helping the community thrive by going to aarp.com/Black community. And y'all are in league with us here on the Karen Hunter Show and Urban View at AARP.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Like, how did they tap y'all in? Because I remember, when you get the AARP in the mail and you're of a certain age, you reject it because you're like, I'm not there yet. I'm not ready for that. I'm not.
Now, see, I changed up the whole thing. AARP is not for the old, but for everybody. And
okay,
so I said it with one of the execs there one day. I say, now AARP is not for the old, it's for everybody. And they were one of our title sponsors for our tour. And so, we knew people were going to be like, wait a minute, is that old? It's like, no, we age him with swag. That's what it is.
I know that's true.
And we all get there. You pray that you all get there, get to the age.
Hello. Listen, this holiday season, it's tough for some people. I've been going down like a rabbit hole of like good gospel. And I spent a couple Saturdays ago in Kirk Franklinville. And I ended up in Silver and Gold. And there's the video with both of y'all in the background. And it looks like David Mann is cutting up because you over there with the fellas. And I was like, I know he got jokes. I know he got jokes over there. And then Tamela's blowing her face off over there on the other side. I know that there's the story of how y'all came together in this Kirk Franklin family. But for those who don't know, can you tell us how y'all ended up in this beautiful union?
Came about. Well, actually, David, Kirk, and our pastor now, Darrell Blair, they sung together in high school. So it actually starts back as teenagers. So it goes back that far for those who don't know.
We go back far.
Yes.
Far.
So we're over 35 years in friendship.
Wow.
So he started a group in the area, which he took singers from Dallas-Fort Worth area. And that's how the family came about. And so we just kept.
And we started singing before he formed all of that. Like she said, it was three of us, and we were local famous.
And then I started singing.
Ain't nothing like being local famous. Nobody outside your area know you, but we were local famous.
And then I started singing with him and the guys. And then it went from us and the four of us to
the other group,
the other bigger group.
Now wait, Lamont, let me. Okay. So were y'all dating, or did you come in as the voice, Tamela? And then David was like, "Oh, wait a minute now, hold up."
Came in as the voice.
She came in as the voice when we were teenagers, but later,
and as a friend,
later like a good pimp would do.
What?
What he say? Come on now, don't bring Mr. Brown into this situation here, David Mann.
But we was the secret lovers. That was our song back in the day. So a lot of them didn't even know what was happening. So that's kind of how
when we wound up saying we're getting married, everybody was like,
What?
Oh, wow.
We were like two cats. You never see cats doing nothing.
Oh my God.
But they always wind up pregnant.
Yeah.
Yo.
With little kids.
Creep.
So in the early years in high school, when you had this group and Kirk was your man, and so were you guys singing and he talking even back then? Was he just talking?
We had believe it or not, we had the tightest harmony.
Wow.
Around like
they was cold.
It was the tightest harmony.
He wasn't talking like he's talking now.
Okay.
He was actually singing.
He was singing.
So when the bigger group came, then he started doing more of the talking.
Hallelujah.
Because all the people he had around him was like really, really good singers.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like I was saying, you gotta know your lane. I'm trying. Like, what was he a tenor? Like what? Because he's raspy.
Yeah. Now, when we were singing, he would hold
the middle.
Yeah, he would hold the middle, and because I was.
He was the alto when it was the three guys. He was the alto.
Okay.
But Kirk, he can hold a tune.
He know how to hold it because he played.
Didn't know.
Now, he may not be like what we call the best singer, but you can't outright him.
Yeah,
give
right.
him
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh.
Of course. Yeah.
And but even then, y'all, he had showmanship even as a teenager. He was 15 when I first met him. So it was like amazing to see him to look back from then to now. I mean, how the Lord has just really blessed him. And he was writing, early. So he really had he had a call on him. I'll put it that way. He had a call on him.
Come on. This is on Thrive Thursday on the Karen Hunter Show. It's our last live show. So I'm really, I wanted to end it with some joy, comfort and joy, and thinking about the blueprint of things and how we come into the new year, to start a group, teenagers, and then to have somebody with a vision. Because I imagine Kirk was like, we could take this. When did y'all know that this thing was going to be? Because watching the old videos, because then I went down a rabbit hole. I was like, Tamela and David, let me see where else they are in the videos. I'm just going through. And I was like, were they in love here? Like, you're trying to look to see, are they making eyes at each other in these videos, but like, when did you know?
By the time Kirk Franklin and the family
we were married. When
the
family took off, we probably had been married by
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, or maybe 5 years.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
But we were singing like before the group really took off. We were singing locally as a group. We was doing stuff around and things like that. And but people look at our nows, but it was a struggle in trying to get people to hear the music. I mean, it was a process that Kirk went through, passing out this cassettes to somebody who's like, man, listen to this. Sometimes it's when you run into people that are bigger than you, a lot of times when you give them their music, sometimes it doesn't get heard.
And I think somebody held the cassette for maybe a year. No, a year or so. I think it was Derek Coley. Yeah, had the cassette for a while, right. And then the rest is history and our story.
Yeah.
So y'all singing, acting, performing, theater, sitcom, reality show. What and y'all still maintain what I think is a genuine excitement about working. What's the most fun for you? What's the most fun of those things for you to do?
If you ask her, it's different for us. So.
Yeah. Yes, because for me, singing is my passion. It's my first love, the singing part. And when it comes to the acting, to me, that's just like a icing on the cake that the Lord just blessed me with. It was just something another gift that was stirred up that I didn't know I had.
Now, for me, it's acting. I love acting. I'm more confident with my acting than I am with my singing.
So we do the flip-flop thing.
Yeah, she's more confident with her singing than she is. But she only does the acting to appease me. She just started doing it like, okay, you want me to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah, a lot of times it's like, okay.
How much of your characters is improvised or unscripted when we see
me?
You? Yeah. How much? 90%? About 80 or 90? Do they write anything?
I think it's 99. I think they'd say, this your character, go. This who he is.
What they'll do is, a lot of times what Tyler and some of the other writers would do, they would give me the skeleton. And then I would just put the meat on it. I would just put the meat on it and do all the stuff around it. Like even as it came to developing the character, Mr. Brown, the dress, the clothes, and the
look, the antics.
All the crazy antics, the physical comedy and all of that.
He created.
It was just creating it. He created
it himself.
They'll give me a skeleton and say you do it.
David and Tamela Mann are here. David, were those tight britches in your closet the whole time?
No,
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Them hip huggers and butt huggers, no.
Took a while to get used to those, huh?
Oh, well, yeah, because they feel like the family gets crunched up in there with those pants on.
And the family.
You're right about it. But he even for the character guys, for his look, he created the look. Like he went and actually shopped. When we first did, 1999 was the first Mr. Brown. On I Can Do Better By Myself with Tyler. He went to the thrift store.
I didn't have any wardrobe until we were about to do the show. And I went down to the thrift store and just started putting stuff together. And it was.
Did you have to pay for it? I'm asking for a friend. Like, did you put a receipt in? Like, how did that work? Did you get your money back for it? I just want to know.
We got the money back.
All I want to know.
We have no money like that.
When did you? It's like y'all have been. I'm gonna need to invite you into our next thing because I feel like y'all are the magic secret sauce, right? So you come with Kirk Franklin, that thing blows up. You come over with the Brown and
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, no, I'm Cora, y'all's character, and then that thing just takes off. I feel like Lamont, we do a Foolishness Friday live. Y'all in Atlanta? We're gonna be in Atlanta. I think the Browns need to come through.
I think
I feel like we need to invite y'all because y'all got
happen.
like magic dust or something that you're gonna come over here and give it something. I feel like that.
I really do believe it's favor. I
it's
really
just
do
favor.
Favor from God.
God is great.
And the Lord has heard our prayers in a lot of, in a lot of things. And we're really grateful. And we really try to stay as humble as we can. We look at ourselves not as stars or celebs. We just regular people.
You just stay as humble. You just stay real humble. You never try to let it be about us.
He bringing the Billboard Awards out, and he got all of the awards.
That is not me in no way.
No.
It's
And that's totally not who we are because we like try to hide everything. Like we don't. Where do y'all drive? Nothing. Like even when we was doing the reality show, they wanted to video our cars. Just put the cars in front of the house. We were like, no. We don't do that.
We're not doing that.
No, we don't go and show off.
Now did that? I watched that for a little while. Did it work? Is that coming back?
Who am I talking?
They wanted us to be people that we're not. They wanted more
drama.
We're not the fighting and cussing out.
So when we first sold the show, it's about how families handle different things in our way. Like my family is a little crazy. Like we may have an argument and then we'll be in there laughing like the next few minutes about the argument, which is, and that's just the way we are. We don't get into drama where let's carry this on for 10 episodes. He threatened to kill his wife. No, it's like, look, we had an argument. Let's go get something to eat.
But we also wanted to just show a different point of view that our community in every area, we're not all fighting all the time. We're not fighting and cussing each other out. There are some of us that really enjoy being around each other and have a good time with each other. So how come we can't see that as well as seeing you getting that on every other show?
That's right.
Give us some balance.
All the shows, but why we can't give a good balance that our kids can see that people are getting along.
And the thing is, I think the reason that is because people love a train wreck.
Yeah, of course.
People love to peek in to see a train wreck. They don't want to, a lot of times, and it's not as popular to look in and see, oh, that's how you resolve that. But if you feed them enough of this is this way, I think people will start to come expecting, stuff like that. If you feed a kid junk food all the time, that's all they're gonna ever want.
That's right. You better say that, David, man. I believe in giving people a clean glass of water. And then when you taste that dirty water, you'll be like, yeah, that's got stuff in it. Let's come over here and get this clean glass of water, David and Tamela, man. They are bringing that. This holiday season for a lot of people, coming through, you guys have, come through. You've been through some things. What advice do you have both for relationships and people in general who may find this time to be really challenging?
For me, it can go hand in hand because I don't put as much value on the holiday Christmas as most, because I went through a period where I was just blown. Like, I can't give my kids nothing but Christmas. I want to get them this and that.
But I was explaining even in our early years that it wasn't about that. And at the time when he was having this fit, our son was like 2 years old. Our other daughter was like 3, almost 4. So it was like, it wasn't really big for the kids like that. We as parents make it big.
Put the pressure on ourselves.
Afford. I was like, if we can't afford it, we can't afford it. We bought him, he wanted him to have a Tonka truck. Yeah, I'm gonna make this quick.
Like I grew up
with a Tonka truck. He was like, I want him to have one. And Tonka trucks back then was a little costly for us.
Especially when you didn't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
So he got the Tonka truck. I went to like one of the beauty supply like spots and bought like this.
Oh, was it that dollar?
No, it was like from the beauty supply. Okay. It was actually TJ T-Mart. But it was like a little school bus that you could ride on and push.
$10.
$10. He played that to the wheels.
That's
broke.
how it
Literally,
be.
the wheels came off the bus.
Played
And the Tonka truck that I wound up getting the money for.
Out of the yard. It just sit in the yard and just grass grew up around it. So, but it's just, I just want to encourage people that if we make it more about our family, I tell my kids, because we faith-based, it's Jesus' birthday. I believe in giving people and giving you all your everything on your birthday. But when it comes to Christmas, it's Jesus' birthday. Let's give thanks to him being and giving his life. Of course, we still do gifts, but we don't make it. I try not to make it be about all of that. I do go out of my way because I buy for my grandkids like school clothes. You know, it's like just
David's like,
douche.
Push pause.
And I tell them to give me 2 things. Let me tell them they 2 things that they would like.
See, when somebody don't want you to say something,
I just say
push pause. Every year she's okay. Next year I'm not gonna go out.
But I went down.
Yeah.
But you got it now. But you got it now, right?
It's hard to shut it off.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like, I say, write me a list what you want. I would get everything they wanted on the list. Now I was like, now give me 2 things that you want.
But every year she's like, I'm not going through that again next year.
But
it's you know what I tell her? You're just talking.
He's not
I don't do no shit. I'm surprised at what we get them every year. Oh, we got you. Yeah, we got you that.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, listen, y'all, are y'all on tour? Are you touring?
No, we're off. We haven't been long. Got off tour. We're at home.
Please, Sarah, the camera, don't send us back to work.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, I know that wherever we see y'all and wherever we hear y'all is nothing but joy. And I would not like to end the show any other way than to have David and Tamela Mann on our last live show. I want to thank you and thank y'all for being great ambassadors with AARP as well and part of this family.
Not for the old, for all.
Not for the old.
Listen, I want to encourage everybody, y'all hang in there. If it's rough right now, I'm having a rough patch, you're not alone. I mean, help is out there. Help is on the way. Just trust God or however you believe, but God is faithful and just to help us through it all.
Yeah.
So be encouraged. It may not be that good this year, but hopefully time will get better. Things will get better.
And this too will pass. And life is worth living.
It is worth living.
Yes.
All of that.
Because
all of it. That's right. And y'all live too. David and Tamela, they share an account, y'all, because that's that kind of love. David and Tamela, y'all can follow them.